Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. I know I am. And today we're back with another Microsoft Flight Simulator video, and in this one I'm going to be showing you guys how to start the A320. And I am using the A320X mod. I am on the development build. It's the current development build as of the date I'm recording this. So if you're watching this in the future, there might be some new stuff for you. If you don't have this mod yet, I highly advise you to get it. It's hands down the best airliner we have right now. It really is. And we have this amazing livery here. Really like it. Really do. And it looks like we have a little bit of a situation here. And I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. And as you can see, this is where we're at. The very famous. This is the inside of the Airbus. If you have flown an Airbus, you know what the inside looks like. So we're not going to do a tour. I'm just going to start this one up. I'm going to be showing you guys some stuff because I know some people start flying this and they are a little bit confused. If you have the A320X mod, you can use the in-game checklist, or you can just have a spare checklist you got somewhere else, but you can use the in-game checklist. It's very well done. So let's have a look around. This is everything you have to look at. Now let's go up here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It also lets me know you guys are enjoying the content. Up here, we want to turn on the batteries. We've got a good voltage on both of them. And if we have external power, if it's available, we're going to turn that on. Yeah, you can hear it turning on. That's normal. That's normal. I just let it go for a while so you know what to expect. Now let's just make sure flaps are up. Flaps are up. So some people start this up for the first time and the screens are black. So you kind of have to increase the brightness. And you have these knobs here to increase the brightness. Okay, so up here again, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna open the APU bleed. So you see APU bleed, turn on the APU bleed. Now, what I like to do, since it's early on, I like to turn on the ADRs, like get it going. So it's gonna basically get your fix where you are. And now that we have these guys on, I'm gonna turn on the APU. And we can see right here, and the APU sits all the way in the back. Let's move there. The APU should sit somewhere around here. And you should be able to hear it starting up if you move here. Can you hear it? It's like an engine. It basically produces power for the aircraft. Yeah, you can hear it's getting going. It's turning on itself, you know. Takes a little while, but let's go back inside. As you can see, it's going up. The APU is turning on. We have the APU bleed on. Now I'm gonna turn on all of the pumps. They're on. And now down here. So you have the engines here. I'm gonna start number 2 first, which is this one. And you have this button here. So let's set the mode to ignition start. I can hear the engine is starting. You can hear it if you have headphones on. It's picking up. It's picking up. Yeah, you just keep an eye on the temperature. It's going up. It's coming back down. It's stabilizing. And Qi is going up. Just the way we wanted it. now the engine is available. And if you check back here, by the way, if you want to know how I'm doing this, Control 1, Control 2, up here is Control 8, Control 8. Okay, so now that the engine number 2 is stable, we're gonna turn on number 1. Damn. And after both of them are on, you move it back again to mode normal. And should be number 3 for this. Very slowly it's gonna start coming up. It does require a little bit of patience, but that's the best part, I feel like. You get an aircraft code and dark, and you turn it on yourself. If it's an airliner, you fill out the plan. And it's gonna get you a point, this one, and it's gonna start coming back down as it's stabilizing. As it starts to get going, basically it's sucking in more air and it's cooling itself. So that's why the temperature rises. There's not enough air coming in, so the temperature is going up. As it starts pulling in more air, it starts cooling itself down more, and yeah. And then it stabilizes at one point, and they're basically stable. Now that they're both stable, mode to normal. Now up here, we can turn off the external power since we're going to be running off the generators on both engines. And we can turn off the APU as well. So we can turn off APU. We can turn off the APU bleed. We're not going to be using it. And now we can get going with the rest of your aircraft. But the maps are not available just yet because of the ADIRS. It hasn't calibrated yet. And if you want to speed this up a little bit, what you can do is you can come here to the FMC. You want to go to MCDU menu, and you have options. And you have a ADIRS align time. So default takes a little while, which is where we're at, real. And we can also have instant. So let's switch back to instant, just so you can have a look at. Let's have a look at the ADIRS. It's on nav. Let's flick it there and there. There we go. We flicked it. We just turn it off and on again. Just like the IT guy asks you to turn it off and then turn it on again. It always works. So if you're in a little bit of a hurry, I like having it on real, because what I do is when I fly an airliner, I actually do the checklist on my first flight, and then I go and I basically file the whole thing on the FMC. And while I'm doing all this, the ADIRS is basically calibrating itself. So by the time I'm done, by the time I'm gonna be getting a pushback, the ADIRS is ready to go, you know. So I will have a map by the time I'm good to go. And literally, this is how you start an Airbus 320, the very, very famous A320. And it's gonna be pretty much the same thing if we get a A318 or A321. They are all the same family. They're gonna be very, very similar. I don't want to say the same thing, but they're pretty much the same thing. So we can recap real quick what we just did. You just want to get the APU going. You're going to turn on APU bleed, and then you're going to turn on APU. You want to get the external power going early on. And if you're flying an airliner, you should have external power available. Every airport have ground power for you. And after that, you're going to turn both engines. Early on, you want to turn on the ADIRS, so it's basically calibrating while you're doing all this. And really, this is how you turn on an Airbus A320. Well, this will be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I helped you out. And if I did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below in the comments. And I hope to see you all again real soon. Until then, stay safe, fly safe. Bye-bye.